Hi guys, it's Janet. I'm making a quick video for something I thought sounded interesting. I got it out of this book. Let me show you. Going Raw. This is by Judita Wingnall. I'm really loving this book, and I'm a cookbook person, but I have probably about 10 raw food cookbooks from the library because, as I said, I was getting kind of bored. And I'm not much of a measurer, so I'm just going to wing it. It calls for a 1/4 cup of tamari, which I don't have. That's about a 1/4 cup. I'm also going to, that puts me on, so I'm also going to put a little bit of liquid aminos, or you can use soy sauce or anything you like. Just going to add a little bit of that in there. And it calls for some honey or agave. I'm not much of an agave fan. And let's see, I've got some honey, but I also have some of these coconut crystals, and they're low glycemic, so I think I'm going to use some of those. I got a little bit of everything, and it calls for 3 tablespoons. So I'm just going to kind of wing it. And let me get a whisk. And it calls for 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame oil. So this is not raw, but you know, hey, got to do what you do. So, I love toasted sesame oil. And they do have a raw version, but honestly, it just doesn't taste that good. And 1 tablespoon of ginger. Oh, let me get my grater. Sorry about that, guys. And I've got my handy ginger here, so just gonna work that over a little bit. And these microplane graters and the small graters are really good for this. I love my microplane grater. It's one of my favorite kitchen tools. And I almost didn't get it because I'm such a cheapskate. It's like 12 bucks. And in my head, I have like these prices in my head that things should be. It didn't equate to 12 bucks, and it was, honestly, it's the best 12 bucks I ever spent. It's really very useful. And I like to use it with nutmeg, and I've used it, I haven't used it with cinnamon. I keep saying I'm going to. But when I was still drinking dairy, I would make my cappuccino and froth up the milk in one of those French presses. All right, let's next. And a clove of crushed garlic. Uh-oh, where's my garlic press? I don't think I was ready for prime time today. But no worries. We can always crush a clove of garlic. Let's see. You know what? I'm just going to do it right on the microplane grater. The last couple of times I did it, it didn't go as well as it wasn't as awesome as I thought. But, you know, hey, life's messy. I think because I keep crushing them before I do it to take the skin off. So, hey, if it's a big piece, it'll marinate for a while. So, yeah, I crushed it, so it's going to just go into pieces. I'm not going to worry about that big piece. I'm going to put... And I like a lot of garlic, so, and it's marinating, so I'm not really worried about it getting too fine. But I'm going to put another piece in here. See if I can get it peeled. Sorry about this, guys. Had a great day, though. I just went to see a French movie. I'm kind of a movie snob. I love independent films. They don't have to be French. I don't mind subtitles. I just like a good story. I don't care who tells it. American, black, white, Asian, Jewish. If it's an interesting story, I'm interested in it. And the name of the movie was The Hedgehog, and it was subtitled, which I know drives some people nuts. But it was an awesome movie. I wasn't so sure about it because I hadn't heard about it, but I wanted something good, and the preview looked good. And it was just hilarious and poignant and sensitive and funny. And, of course, fatalistic because it's French. Okay. So that's it for the rest, for the ingredients she has in it. But of course, I'm a spice nut, so this isn't raw either, but I'm putting in a little Louisiana hot sauce because I can. Okay, it's probably too much, but it won't be too much for me. So just going to kind of stir this around. I'm going to give it a little taste. Ooh, I put too much hot pepper in. But, oh well, I like it. I'm not scared. So, I'm lucky I don't have to open up coconuts. I have a place that will do coconuts for me. This is like $1.66, and it has to be at least 2 young coconuts in it. So, actually, you cut the jerky in this recipe after it's dehydrated. So, I'm just going to kind of put everybody in the pool. I'm going to kind of cut it up a little bit. But, yeah, I love this young coconut meat. I could just eat it just as is. I was talking to my brother, and he says, why don't you just eat it? I was like, I do, but sometimes you want something that's kind of reminiscent of something you had before. And I think this jerky will do that. So, I am going to let this marinate for about, let's see, what does it say? 8 hours or overnight. So it's late now. So I'm going to let it marinate overnight, and I'm sure that's going to get really awesome. I'm going to have to take a taste, because you guys know I'm a taste nut. That's good. And spicy. But you can never be too spicy for me. So I'll come back and let you guys know how that turned out once I put it in the dehydrator. And I'm going to just let it soak. Hey everybody, I just want to take a look at my coconut jerky. And as you can see, it looks really good. It actually made a little bit more of it, but I kept eating pieces as it was drying. It was so good. I think I put a little too much ginger. I put all that ginger in hot sauce. And the hot sauce I think is actually okay, but the ginger was a little bit overwhelming. Underneath it, I never like to dehydrate more than one thing, so I'm doing my cauliflower popcorn that I do all the time. I'm probably just going to eat that before I go to bed. But this is really good. I have a couple of thicker pieces. I think this is done. So yummy. And just a nice way to enjoy some old flavors you're used to in a new way. So until next time, I'm going to give you a close-up. I'll definitely make this again. I'm too busy eating to talk, but until next time, I wish you much love. God bless, and I'll talk to you.